Today we are going to be ranking male UFC fighters by their level of attractiveness. I was looking for a video to make a tier list video on MMA, and this was under the popular section. However, I understand that this is honestly mostly full of guys, but there are female fighters on this list. I am not going to rank them out of respect to my wife, so I'm just going to throw them into the female tier. So today, I thought it'd be fun to do this tier list, but rank all the male fighters. I find it fascinating myself personally because I am typically really wrong about this in real life, and I find it really interesting too. And I asked my girl about this too, where I'll see a guy, I'll be like, hey, is he good looking? And then she'd say like yes or no, and be like, oh, I never really thought. So I'm interested to see how this tier list would turn out. So we're gonna do it today. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's start off this tier list. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each fighter because, of course, look at how many fighters are on there. But TJ Dillashaw, you got to take in height for attractiveness level, right? Or are we not? I don't know. I'm just going to kind of do about everything, right? So TJ Dillashaw probably looks a little bit too much like a kid. I'm going to throw TJ Dillashaw into the D tier. Cody Garbrandt. I have heard that Cody Garbrandt has nice eyes, and I know his type of tattoos, maybe not the neck, but it can take him a long way. I feel like the dude has a pretty face. I'm going to throw Cody Garbrandt into the A tier. Now, is this Tank? Before my time. Regardless, that's a D tier right there. This is tough. C tier. Jake Shields. Jake Shields a good looking guy. I don't know. I'm going to guess Jake Shields D tier behind Dillashaw. Maybe it's all B tier over here. And then Chuck Liddell. He's old now, though. He's old now, so Chuck Liddell going in the D tier. Yeah, probably right about there. Rory McDonald. I feel like he's not that good looking. I feel like he kind of looks like a skeleton. Am I wrong? Am I wrong about Rory McDonald? I don't really know. So I'm going to put Rory McDonald into the C tier. Nick Diaz, though. I feel like Nick Diaz could pull. I really do. I really, really do feel about that about Nick Diaz. I'm going to put Nick Diaz into the A tier. Now, I'm looking through some of these fighters here. Interesting. I'm gonna go B tier. Okay, Gus is either a really good looking guy or not good looking at all. This is tough. But look at that man. Look at that handsome man right there. I feel like Gus, low B tier for Gus. That's where I'm gonna put him. Rampage Jackson can pull. We know that, but I mean, the quality is. We don't exactly know, but I'm going to put Rampage Jackson into the A tier, Frank Mir. A little bit older now, but I feel like Frank Mir in his heyday. Guys, I'm going to put Frank Mir right into the A tier as well. Frankie Edgar, I can't see it, man. I can't see it. Right in front of TJ Dillashaw. We got a female over here. Then we have Rafael dos Anjos. I actually know someone in my personal life who thinks Rafael dos Anjos is a very, very attractive person, so my idea might be skewed here. Kind of looks like Frankenstein in my opinion. I'm a big fan of him though. Honestly, big fan. I'm going to put Rafael dos Anjos into the A tier, but I feel like Cody Garbrandt is up there. Should I move Cody Garbrandt up? Maybe not. Benson Henderson. I have a hard time seeing this guy being attractive. That's just me though. Maybe. I don't know. His thighs are too big. I'm going to put Benson Henderson in the D tier. Yeah, maybe you can run the D tier. I feel like that's proper. Now, Carlos Condit. This is an interesting one. I feel like Carlos Condit is like your typical okay-looking guy. B tier. He can run the B tier, Carlos Condit. Matt Serra and GSP actually look shockingly alike, don't they? But we know, but they kind of look alike, okay? So this is where you got to take it. But Matt Serra kind of looks like a little bit of like a pinball. Little bit. You know what I mean? This list is kind of tough to make. I'm going to put Matt Serra at the bottom of C tier. And GSP, we know the ladies love George St. Pierre. George St. Pierre is our first S tier on the list. Moving on to the next fighter, we have Matt Hughes. I can't see Matt. I apologize if you can hear my dog running around right behind me chasing her tail. I don't know if my mic's picking that up. But anyways, Matt Hughes, I can't see him being that good looking. I'm going to throw him into the D tier, unfortunately, right behind Dillashaw, and I'm going to kill her. I'm just kidding. I love her with all my heart, but just give me a second, guys. But coming back to it, we have a solid A tier, in my opinion. I'm going to put right behind Garbrandt. Dominic Cruz, I don't know if Dominic Cruz is a good looking guy. Maybe a B tier, low B tier. Maybe Dominic Cruz will go there. Leona Machida, I don't think so, man. Maybe low C tier for Machida. Artem Lobov, why do I feel like this dude pulls? Why do I feel like it? I can just see it, man. I can see it. Artem's going to go in the A tier, right behind Garbrandt. Now, Glover, one of my favorite fighters of all time, but I don't know, man. I don't know. He's a little old, in my opinion. I'm going to put Glover into the old guy tier over here. That's probably where it's going to go. Rashad Evans, I believe he is a good-looking man. Rashad, actually, I'm going to put him behind Garbrandt. Shogun, no. Shogun can go in the C tier. Then we have Vitor. Why do I feel like Vitor would have been able to do something back in the day? Maybe. Low B tier for Vitor. Then we have Holloway. This one's tough. Probably Holloway's going to run the C tier. Then we have Bisping. I feel like Bisping's a decent looking guy. Bisping's going to go right in front of Condit. He's going to run the B tier so far. Then we have Chael P. Uncle Chael. This dude is a nice looking man. I really do believe that. Do I want to throw him into the S tier? I think he's a good looking guy. Honestly. I would put Chael in S tier. Yeah. I think I will. Then we have Ally Quinta. Ally Quinta's okay. Ally Quinta isn't too bad. I'm going to put him B tier right behind Condit. I think that's proper. Yoel Romero. No, he would probably scare people off. Right? He's gotta. So Yoel Romero is going to go into the D tier. Maybe in front of Frankie Edgar over here. Then we have Paul Craig. Paul Craig, I believe, is also an S tier. I can just see this guy pulling, man. I can see him doing some work. I'm going to put him into the S tier right in front of Chael P. Anderson Silva, I don't know. That one's tough. Maybe C tier, maybe right behind Holloway. Then we have BJ Penn. No way. And there's no way, dude. There's no way, BJ. Absolutely not. Calvin Kattar. This guy's an S tier. Come on. This dude looks good. This dude looks good. I think I'm going to put him in front of Chael P as well. No, I'm going to put him in front of Paul Craig. Calvin Kattar is a good looking guy. Now, actually, I don't know who this is. Maybe before my time watching UFC, but this looks like an okay looking man. He's going to run the B tier. I'm going to run the B tier over here. Then we have Forrest Griffin. I don't know. I can't see it myself. That's just me, though. I'm going to put him in the C tier in front of Anderson Silva. We have Vandelay. I'm sorry, Vandelay. I'm sorry, dude. We got to throw you into the D tier, Vandelay. Vandelay, you got to go way, way down there. Vicente Luque is an interesting one. I don't know. Maybe strong B tier. Strong B tier for Vicente Luque. Now, this isn't Moreno, is it? No. Is that Simone? No. Why am I having a blank here? Apologies, guys. I'm having a blank on my end. But anyways, probably C tier. I'm going to throw him right behind Holloway over here. Jared Cannonier. I think Jared Cannonier is kind of the definition of a B tier. That's just me, though. I can see that. He's actually going to run the B tier from this point forward. Sorry, Vicente Luque, gonna bring you back. Oh my God, Miss, yeah, I was gonna talk about what she's been posting on Instagram, man. Wild stuff. But anyways, the MMA community, you guys are down bad, dude. Damian Maia, I feel like is a C tier. Nothing wrong with him. Right behind Holloway. Then we have Dominic Reyes. No, I can't, man. Dominic Reyes is just, I don't know. There's just something about him. Something about him that is making me throw this man into the D tier. Right behind Dillashaw. I feel like that's proper. We got another female here. Tai Tuivasa. I'm sorry, Tai, man. I'm sorry, Tai. I gotta do it, Tai. I gotta do it. Is this Gilbert Burns? Sometimes it's a little bit weird to look at them from this angle. Is it Gilbert Burns? I don't know. Anyways, he's already, nah, that's not Gilbert, is it? Regardless. Solid C tier, or B tier. I think it's B tier, right behind, I'll put him right there. That seems good. Dan Hooker. This one's a hit or miss, man. This one's a hit or miss. That's a toughie. I'm going to throw Dan Hooker in. He's going to run the C tier for now. Now, yeah, this is a really awkward angle because we have Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa. This man is a good-looking man. Can he beat GSP? He's an S tier. He's definitely better-looking Calvin Kattar. Anthony Pettis. I feel like he's a good-looking guy. I feel like he could pull. Yeah. Showtime Pettis. I'm going to throw him right behind Rashad. That seems proper. Same with Mike Perry. I think Mike Perry's also an A tier. I'm going to throw him right behind Artem. Daniel Cormier, unfortunately. As much as I love some of these fighters, man, Daniel Cormier can't hang. But I'm going to put Daniel Cormier right behind Yoel Romero right there. Now, Volk and Chad Mendes actually kind of have the same issue. They're too short. They're too short, too stocky, too built. We know that there's a lot of girls that don't really like that type. You know what I mean? They make fun of these people for like having short man syndrome, right? But I'm not saying they do. I'm just saying like, I'm trying to think of like the success they get. Definitely not up here with these guys over here. But they're not bad looking. I'm going to put them both actually together. Chad Mendes better looking than Volkanovski. I'm going to put him into the, no, I don't know. Right behind Matt Serra. I'm going to put them both together over there. Now, Sage Northcutt is, he looks weird. He just looks weird, man. But at the end of the day, he's still like, the dude's built, right? I'm going to put him actually with Chad Mendes, right behind Chad Mendes for Sage Northcutt over here. Then we have Cingano dos Santos. Yeah, unfortunately, you got to go in the D tier, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, that seems right. Now, his name's escaping me at the moment. My apologies. But those eyes, I can see him from the camera over here. B tier. Behind Vicente Luque. That seems proper. Now we got a couple females in a row. Dustin Poirier. I know a few people in my life that are like obsessed with Dustin Poirier. So again, like who was I talking about earlier? Rafael dos Anjos. My idea on this might be skewed, but I think Dustin Poirier is a very, very good looking guy. I'm going to throw him to the S tier behind Paulo Costa. Then we have Eddie Alvarez. Nothing special. I'm going to throw him in a C tier. I'm going to throw him right there. That seems about right. Now, Jose Aldo, unfortunately, D tier as well. I'm going to put him behind Benson Henderson over here. Then we have, again, names escaping me at the moment. That's not Moicano, is it? It's tough to look at these fighters from angles, man. It really, really is. I'm going to throw him into the C tier as well. Kind of in the neutral territory over here. A little bit ahead of Chad Mendes. I got to move a little bit forward a little bit, right? Cub Swanson. Not bad. I think Cub Swanson is a low B tier kind. I'm going to put him right behind Alexander Gustafsson, Henry Cejudo, and Demetrius Johnson. I might as well rank them together, right? They're unfortunately flyweights, right? It's just the unfortunate reality of the situation. But I think Mighty Mouse is a little bit better looking than Henry Cejudo, in my opinion. I got to throw him in the D tier. I have to. But both of these guys can run the D tier. That's what I'm going to do with them. Big fans of both of them. It hurts my feelings doing this a little bit, to be honest with you. Anyways, we have Corey Sandhagen. C tier. Corey Sandhagen, you can run the C tier. He's taken over the C tier, Corey Sandhagen. Then we have Michael Johnson, who this smile looks better than, in my opinion, than he actually does. I'm going to throw Michael Johnson into... Man, I could be wrong about this. I'd love to know what you guys think down below afterwards, by the way. I'm going to put him into the A tier. Low A tier for Michael Johnson. Justin Gaethje. Why can I see this dude pulling, but the sideways eyes are kind of making me think otherwise? I don't know. I'm going to put Justin Gaethje in the C tier. I'm going to throw him right in front of Rory McDonald over here. Now we have Sterling. I feel like Sterling's a very good-looking guy. I just think he is. I'm putting Aljamain Sterling at the bottom of S. No, I'm putting Chael at the bottom of S. No, I'm going to put him in front of Paul Craig, too. I think that's right. I think that's proper. Unfortunately, we now have Magomed Ankalaev, which people legitimately believe this man to be the ugliest UFC fighter. So, who might really argue with that? But is he uglier than Vanderlei? No. You're going in the D tier, man. But anyways, I don't know who this is off the top of my head. These angles, man. These angles are a little bit awkward to look at. We got another low C tier. Low C tier. We're going to put him behind Volkanovski over here. But anyways, moving on, we have Khabib. I don't feel like Khabib's that good looking. I don't. He might be a D tier. He looks very angry and weight drained in this picture. I'm going to put him in front of Benson Henderson over here. Then we have another female, Cowboy Cerrone. This is tough. I feel like Cowboy Cerrone's a low B. Low B. I'll put him at the bottom of B tier for now. Now, these next few are actually really tough. These next few are pretty tough. This is... Sorry if I'm making too many noises this time around, guys. But the problem is he just looks scary in this picture. He just looks scary. I'm going to put him in front of Dominic Reyes over here. Maybe in front of TJ Dillashaw. That seems about right. Then we have the Korean... This is the problem, though. Is the Korean Zombie good looking? I don't know. I feel like he is. Korean Zombie's going to go in the B tier. I'm going to put him in front of Michael Bisping. That seems about right. Then we have Santiago Ponzinibbio. I feel like this dude's good looking. Low B tier. I'm going to put him right behind Vitor. Bad picture of him, though. Out of all the pictures he could have gotten, right? Next up, we have probably a C tier over here. Yeah, C tier. C tier. I'm going to put him right in front of Forrest Griffin. That seems about right. Yeah. Then we have Kaikara Franz. Suffers from the Mighty Mouse and Cejudo issue, but a little bit scarier and weirder. We're going to throw him right there. I don't know who this is, actually. I don't know who this is. Again, these pictures, man. Pictures are looking a little bit weird, in my opinion. D tier, unfortunately. Unfortunately, going to throw him behind Benson Henderson over here. Tyron Woodley. I feel like Tyron Woodley is a decent-looking guy. I'm going to put him in the B tier. Tyron Woodley, I'm going to put you behind Alexander Gustafsson. Robbie Lawler, I have a hard time seeing Robbie Lawler being good-looking, but I don't think he's... The problem is a D tier isn't necessarily ugly. It's just the bottom of the list, right? I'm going to put Robbie Lawler, low C tier. Maybe in front of Shogun. Maybe in front of Lyoto. Yeah, that seems about right. Female, Zabit, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Zabit. You gotta go, man. You gotta go. You gotta go with Magomed Ankalaev. But I feel like Ankalaev is better looking than him. Jeremy Stevens, D tier. There's no way, dude. There's no way. I'll put him behind Benson Henderson over here. Then we have Theo Poliana Viana. Gunnar Nelson's an interesting one. Low C tier. He's gonna put the bottom of C tier. Darren Till. I feel like this dude can look at you and like actually get something out of you. You know what I mean? I feel like he has a little bit of pull. That's my opinion. I got to start rolling through this a little bit more, to be honest with you. I'm going to go a little bit further. Darren Till is going to go into the A tier. I'm going to put him right in front of Showtime Pettis, along with Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland is actually another A tier fighter, in my opinion. I'm going to put him right behind Garbrandt. I'm judging Garbrandt so much in this A tier, and everybody's going behind him. I'm just going to promote Garbrandt to S tier over here. Then Michel Pereira. I feel like he's also belongs in the A tier, to be honest with you. I think he's a good-looking man. I'm going to put him in front of Rampage Jackson. No, you know what? I'm going to move him. No, yeah, I'm going to move him in front of Mike Perry. Move in front of Mike Perry. Then, is this Song Yadong? Again, these are such awkward angles, man. Such awkward angles. C tier. We're going to throw him in the C tier. I'm going to put him right there. I feel like that's proper. Cheeto Vera. That's an interesting one. Low C tier. Low C tier ahead of Robbie Lawler. That's where I'm going to put him now. Arnold Allen. This is tough. He can run the D tier. I don't know. Just something about him. Maybe it's the ears. I'm not too sure. Diego Sanchez. There's no way, dude. There's no way. Absolutely not. Diego Sanchez. You can go right behind, in front of Matt Hughes over there. Yeah, that seems about right. Is this Luke Rockhold? These pictures. What is going on with them? Luke Rockhold is obviously an S tier. Obviously, but where is he going? I'm going to put him behind Dustin Poirier. Seems about right. Ben Askren. There's no way, dude. Ben Askren's got to be D tier, right? He's got to be D tier. I'm going to put him behind Habib. I'm going to put him right there. Then we have two females. And then we have... Oh, why? Li Jing Liang. The name was not coming to me for a moment there. Unfortunately, I also have to put Lee into the D tier. I'm going to put him in front of Jeremy Stevens. Then we have Jake Matthews. I feel like this is a solid-looking guy. I really do. I think Jake Matthews is an A tier guy. Excuse me, I almost said S tier. I'm going to put him in front of Rashad Evans. I feel like that's proper for him. This person's name is escaping me at the moment, but this man is very nice looking. I'm going to put him in the A tier as well. I'm going to put him right in front of Dos Anjos. That seems proper. Nate Diaz, not anything like his brother Nick Diaz. Looks a little weird. I'm going to put him at the bottom of C tier. Then we have female Jamal Hill. That's an interesting one. I don't know about Jamal Hill. So I'm going to put Jamal Hill in the C tier. I'll put him in front of Eddie Alvarez right there. Is it crazy? Yeah, I don't know what he looks like now, man, but that's crazy. Gotta go down there. See you later, alligator. Sean O'Malley. I have a tough time seeing him being good looking. That's just me, though. I have a tough time with it. I'm going to put Sean O'Malley right in front of Nate Diaz, actually. No, I'm going to put him with Cheeto. I think he's a little bit better looking than Cheeto. That seems right. Rakic. I feel like this guy's a good looking man. I'm going to put him actually at the bottom of A. That's not Neil Magny, is it? No, man, what is with these pictures? I hope you guys are still enjoying the video, like me trying to figure out who some of these fighters are, honestly, because these pictures are throwing me off right now. The way they're the press conferences. B tier. In front of Bisping. That seems about right. Then Alistair Overeem, big man. I feel like he's okay. Alistair Overeem's going to be right behind Corey Sandhagen over here. Then we have... Oh, man. Why am I having blanks on some of these fighters, man? Why am I having some of these blanks? Oh, Vince St. Preux. where are we going to put him? I feel like he's an okay man. I feel like he's okay. I'm going to put him low B, right behind Cowboy, or in front of Cowboy, excuse me. Now, where am I going to put Gomi? D tier. Right behind. Yeah, that seems about right. Then Kimbo. I feel like Kimbo can run, like, be a little bit high D tier over here. I feel like he can go in front of Habib over here. Tito Ortiz. You can throw a watermelon or an orange and it starts orbiting. I'm going to put Tito Ortiz into the D tier. I'm going to put him right in front of Zabit over here. I feel like that's where I'm going to throw him at. Now, Ryan Darth Bader, the easiest fight in the division. Ryan Bader. Is it Ryan Bader? These pictures are so strange. Oh my god. I'm going to throw him into the C tier, low C tier, right behind Nate Diaz. Then we have a few females over here. Michael Chandler is an okay looking guy. I'm going to put him into the B tier. He's a little bit short. I'll put him behind Cowboy. Kenny Florian. I feel like he's a good looking guy. Kenny Florian can go to the bottom of A tier. I feel like that's proper for him. Where am I going to put these next two? Because they're not high. D tier, right behind Li Jingliang. And why are there two pictures of the same fighter? I don't know, but we can go at the bottom of C tier. I'm going to just throw this one to the female tier. Say over here. Alan Jouban has to be a good looking guy. He has to be, right? There's no way that he's not good looking. Absolutely not. I refuse to admit it. This man, in my opinion, is an S tier. Low S tier, but S tier. Adesanya is an interesting one, though, because I can see girls being into Adesanya sometimes, but then he'll like do the dog thing, but it's all about looks, right? All about looks. I feel like Adesanya is an A tier. I feel like I should be putting Adesanya high up, maybe actually behind Jake Matthews. That's where I'm going to put him. Then we've Giga. Nah, something about him, man. Something about him. I feel like these two could be similar, to be honest with you. Kind of have like similar builds and stuff. I'm going to put him in the D tier. Right about there. We're going to mix two together. Got another female over here. Strum. Now D tier. D tier over here. It doesn't really matter, does it? But I still want to be a little bit transparent. I'm going to put him behind Aldo. That seems about right. I got to make this tier list a little smaller. Apologies, everybody. Let's keep going. Dan Henderson. Where are we going to throw Dan Henderson? Dan Henderson. I'm going to put him into the D tier as well. He's got to go around Ben Askren, maybe a little bit ahead. Then we have Mousasi. C tier for Mousasi. I'm going to put him right behind. I'm going to split O'Malley and Cheeto up right there. I feel like that's proper. Stipe. I feel like Stipe can pull until he starts going. I'm going to put Stipe. Stipe is a strong B tier, in my opinion. Right behind Vicente Luque. I think that's proper. Francis Ngannou. Actually, I feel like I could put him with Stipe. I don't know. He's a good looking man. Maybe I'm going to put him next to Stipe. Honestly. A little bit less than Stipe. Now, Vettori. Unfortunately, we've seen too many of those weird memes of Vettori. Vettori's got to go towards the bottom of the list. Sorry, Marvin Vettori. That's not my decision. That's the internet's. Now, Robert Whittaker, I feel like is a low B tier, just a regular looking guy. He's all right, you know. I'm going to throw Robert Whittaker. I'm going to throw him actually right in front of Cowboy. I feel like that's a good placement for him. Then we have Gamebred. Gamebred definitely pulls, man. He has to. Looking a little bit older now, but especially in this picture, man, I'm going to put him right in front of Adesanya. I feel like it's a good spot for him. Chris Barnett. We got Chris Barnett over here. Oh, no, and I just realized I'm covering half the tier list. So, you know what? What can you do? I'm not going to make the tier list, like, ridiculously tiny until I have to, right? Chris Barnett, unfortunately, into the D tier. I'm going to put him all the way right there. Then we have Movsar Evloev. Yeah, you're probably a D tier, too. I'll put you right next to Habib over here. Then we have Fiziev. Fiziev's probably a good-looking guy. Fiziev is going to be a B tier. I'm going to put him right in front of Stipe. Ilia Topuria is a good-looking man. He's got to be S tier, right? This dude has to be S tier. I just realized I could, like, make this go down a little bit. That's probably a little bit better, right? He's got to be S tier. Ilia Topuria has to be. I'm going to put him in the S tier. I'm going to put him in front of Aljamain Sterling. In front of Calvin Kattar. That's where I'm going to put Ilia Topuria. Then we have more females. Is this Matt Brown? Holy, these pictures, man. These pictures. But Matt Brown, unfortunately... No, I don't know. Low C tier. Low C tier. I'm going to put him right in front of Super Sage Northcutt. Right up here. Name's escaping me at the moment, but C tier. C tier. I'm going to throw him right here. That seems about right. That seems about right. Bilal Muhammad, unfortunately, victim of the internet yet again. Bilal Muhammad has to go down with around the Marvin Vittori area over there. Is this Amanda Lemos? I don't know. Josh Koscheck. Where are we going to throw Josh Koscheck? Nah, he's got to go with the D tier too. Sorry, Josh. You got to flood the D tier. You got to get down there. You got to get down there. Then Charles Oliveira. This man can pull. He's got to. But is he S tier? I don't think so, actually. But Charles Oliveira can take over Kevin Holland and run the A tier over here. Then we have Tracy Cortez, obviously, would be in the D tier. Then we have, oh man, name's escaping me again. I know this fighter. Who is this? Regardless. C tier. Low C tier. I'll put it at the bottom as C tier. Then we have Carlos Barza. Oh, that other picture wasn't Neil Magny because this is Neil Magny. Neil Magny's okay. I feel like Neil Magny could... Why am I don't want to edit those. Neil Magny is going to go... Actually, Neil Magny, yeah, low D tier. I'm going to put him right behind Cheeto. Brock Lesnar. Big man, scary man. I don't know. I don't see it. I think Brock Lesnar is also a D tier. We're going to throw him right there. Then Brian Ortega. Yeah, we all know this man's an S tier. Objectively an S tier. I think he's... Is he better than GSP? He just might be. We've seen too many people talking about him, right? He's got to be with GSP up there. He has to, right? Brian Ortega, congratulations. Congratulations, Brian Ortega. We got to move a little bit faster, guys. I'm sorry. We're going to slide him on a B tier over here. We're going to throw low C tier. Low C tier seems about right. Ooh, there we go. There we go. We got one. We got one. A tier. A tier over here, right in front of Rakic. That seems about right. Sean Strickland. I feel like Sean Strickland isn't that good looking. But he's a manly man. He's all right. Sean Strickland can go into the B tier. Right in front of Chandler, maybe. Seems about right now. Is this Doohoo Choi? Yeah, unfortunately. Not gonna happen, sir. Not gonna happen. Doohoo Choi, I'm gonna throw him down here. Then Conor McGregor, definitely good looking man. Is he S tier? No. Because he's not better than these guys. I'm going to put Conor McGregor right in front of Jorge Masvidal. Same with Adrian Yanez. This man's an A tier too. I feel like this dude's very good. Actually, guys, I'm putting Adrian Yanez in front of Charles Oliveira. Volkov has a Struve Brom a little bit too high, but he's not a necessarily too bad of a looking guy. I'm going to put him in front of Lesnar over here. Who is this? Is this Pantoja? Is that Pantoja? I don't know. A little bit of an odd picture over there, but regardless, Pantoja can go into low C tier. Low C tier. I got to make this tier list a little bit smaller, guys. I'm so sorry. It kind of sucks when the tier lists get this small. I hope the video is still enjoyable for you guys, but Lionheart Smith, unfortunately, yeah, you're looking at a little red skull looking there, Anthony Smith. You got to go in the Vandalay category. I'm going to put him right behind Marvin, but no, I'm going to put him... Is he uglier than Tito Ortiz? He can't be, right? I'm going to put him right there. And then where we go. Armin Sarukian, that's a scary picture. That's an unflattering. Same with Benil. What's going on with all these pictures, dude? Armin is probably a low C tier. I'm going to put him right there. Benil Dariush, unfortunately, is in the D tier as well. I'm going to put him over here. Benoit Saint Denis looks a little crazy. He can run the bottom of C tier. Brendan Allen, he's all right. Brendan Allen can be the B tier. I'm going to put him actually in front of Sean Strickland over here. Name's escaping me at this moment. I'm going to put... crap. Where are we going to throw this one? Low C tier. Low C tier over here. Bryce Mitchell, there's no way, unfortunately. I don't think Bryce Mitchell could pull. Maybe. Like, I don't know. Some of these fighters are real tough to judge. I'm going to put him over there. That seems about right. Clay Guida, lowest of the C tier. Colby Covington is a good-looking guy. He's got to be, right? Colby Covington has pretty eyes, right? I've heard that from people in my real life. Colby Covington is probably, honestly, I think he's low S tier. Maybe better than Alvin Joban. What did I say? Did I mispronounce his name? I don't know. Joban. Alan Joban. Davison Figueiredo suffers from the Henry Cejudo issue, but a little bit bigger, so I'm going to put him right behind Demetrius Johnson over here. Derek Lewis, there's no way. There's no way, Derek Lewis. There's no way, man. I'm going to put Derek Lewis actually right in front of Dan Henderson over here. Now, Diego Lopez. I don't know. The hair and the tattoo. I love Diego Lopez, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Diego Lopez can run the D tier. Got 2. And Drew Dober. This one's tough because I'm not too sure about Drew Dober, to be honest with you. Because the dude is chiseled. The dude has a Giga Chad jaw, right? But at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm going to throw him at the beginning of C tier behind. Yeah, I'm going to put him behind or in front of Corey Sandhagen. Now, Dricus Du Plessis is probably a very good looking man. Very good looking. This dude's got to be S tier, right? He's got to be in the S tier. I think I'm going to put him right behind Ilya Taporia. It's a good looking man. Edson Barboza, C tier. Not bad. Not that great. Not bad, not great, not bad. We're going to throw him over here. And then we have another female, Chris Weidman. He's a good looking guy. Chris Weidman's good. Chris Weidman, there's just something about him. Nice smile. Nice man. I like Chris Weidman. We're going to put Chris Weidman into the A tier, ladies and gents. We're going to put him. I'm going to put him in front of Mike Perry. That seems about right. Now, Jeff Neal, probably just a C tier. I'm going to put Jeff Neal over here. Alex Pereira, that one's tough. I don't really know. I'm going to put him high C tier in front of Holloway. Uriah Faber, if he wasn't short, he'd probably be way better looking than he is, right? That's just my assumption. That is just my assumption. Where am I going to throw Uriah Faber? I'm going to put Uriah Faber into the C tier, high C tier. But this dude, I don't know. Apologies for the pause. I'm really thinking hard about this one. I'm going to put him in front of Alex Pereira, actually. And then we have Leon Edwards, who's got to be good looking, right? But then again, his face might be turning it off a little bit. I'm going to put him right behind Vicente Luque over here. That's probably about right. John Jones, man's got to be good looking. He's built. He's huge, strong, dominant. In another realm of the term, I'm going to put John Jones into the A tier. I'm going to put him actually right in front of Showtime over there. Seems about right. Then Ion Cutelaba, I feel like he's okay. I'm going to put him into the C tier right in front of Dan Hooker. Got another female, Islam Makhachev. Unfortunately, Islam Makhachev, I got to throw you around here. Then we have Jack Della Maddalena. I can't see it. There's something. I think it might be the low C tier. I'll put him at the bottom of C tier. Jessica Andrade. Yuri Prohashka, I feel like, is a good-looking guy. I just feel like he is. Same with Joaquin Buckley. Johnny Walker, too. Man, where are we going to put these guys? Yuri Prohashka is probably low A tier, in my opinion. Joaquin Buckley is also an A tier, in my opinion. I'm going to put him in front of Frank Mir. I'm going to put him in front of Rampage Jackson. Johnny Walker is probably the bottom of A tier. I feel like that's right. Josh Emmett, yeah. Victim of the internet, just like Tito Ortiz. Just like Anthony Smith. I gotta put him down there. I gotta, man. I gotta. Is this Jung Young Park? I don't know. This one's tough. I'm gonna put him at the bottom of C tier. Kamaru Usman's gotta be okay, right? Maybe. C tier for Kamaru Usman. I'm going to put him in front of Max Holloway. That's probably about right. Then Kelvin Gastelum, he's gotta be a good-looking guy. He has to be. I'm putting Kelvin Gastelum into the B tier. He has a little bit of flub on him. I'm going to put him in front of Stipe Miocic. That seems about right. I don't know who this fighter is, but it looks a little crazy. I'm going to throw him in the D tier over here. Then we have, oh man, we got to make it even smaller, guys. This tier list is getting wild, man. Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee is probably good looking. Probably. I'm going to put Kevin Lee. Actually, I'm going to put him up there with Kelvin Gastelum, but a little bit in front. That seems about right. Khalil Roundtree, I don't know. Low C tier for Khalil. I'm going to put him right in front of Clay Guida. Yeah, that seems about right. Hamza Chimaev, unfortunately, there's no way. No, there's been too many memes of the chin. Too many. I'm going to put Hamza Chimaev right behind Magomed Ankalaev. Now, is this Ian Gary? Ian Gary is probably not too bad. Scrunched up face a little bit, right? But not bad, not bad, not bad. I'm going to put Ian Gary right behind Damian Maia. Now we have a couple more girls. Mateusz Gamrot. I don't know. I can't see it. Gamrot's going to be in the C tier. Probably right behind Rory McDonald. That seems about right for him. Now, Merab, again, victim of the internet. Unfortunate. There's nothing you can do about Merab. Merab is going to go in the Marvin Vittori era right behind him. We got a couple of females over here. Name's escaping me of this fighter. I should know, man. I should know some of these fighters. We're going through a lot over here, aren't we? We're gonna put low C tier. Then we have Paddy Pimblett. I feel like with the change in the hairstyle, he would be better. But at the end of the day, I don't know. That one's tough. I'm gonna throw him into the C tier. I'm gonna throw him a little bit ahead of Sage Northcutt. Then we have Petr Yan. Suffers from being short, but other than that, I can see him being an okay looking guy. I'm gonna put Petr Yan low C tier, probably right behind Khalil Roundtree. That's not Rob Font, is it? That's not Rob Font. Regardless, too tough to see. I'm gonna put him in. I'm just gonna drag him in a D tier. Then we have this female Sergey Pavlovich. Interesting. Moving on to a couple of heavyweights. I feel like they're pretty similar, these guys, and they are gonna be in the D tier. I'm gonna put them both actually right in front of Kimbo over here. That seems about right for them. Now Sharaput Magomedov looks scary. Has the eyeball. Sharaput Magomedov unfortunately has to go in Vandalay territory. But why do I feel like he's better looking than Zabit? Why do I feel like that? Shavkat Rakhmonov. We know Laura Sanko loves this man, so he must be good looking, right? He's gotta be. So Shavkat Rakhmonov has to go in the A tier. I'm gonna put him actually right in front of Kenny Florian. Now, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, I also feel like is a good looking fighter. I'm gonna actually take over Jared Cannonier in the B tier. I feel like he's pretty good looking. This is tough. Low B tier. Then we have, Terrence McKinney. Nah, no way. D tier. He's gonna run the D tier. Then we have, is this Moises? We're gonna put him also low C tier. We're gonna put him right behind Jack Della Maddalena right there. Then we have Tim Elliott. Tim Elliott's probably not too bad, but still not too great. Also low C tier, and put him right behind Clay Guida right there. And then Tom Aspinall's probably a good-looking man in himself. I'm going to put Tom Aspinall into the B tier. But where am I going to put him in the B tier? I'm going to put him right in front of Kelvin Gastelum. Right now, I'm going to put him in front of Kevin Lee. That seems about right there. Then we have, I'll just drag these two. Oh my God, we're almost done the list. Oh my God, Tony Ferguson's going to be the last fighter. What is going on? That is wild. All right. Tony Ferguson. I have a hard time seeing this man being good looking, unfortunately. Tony Ferguson is going to the D tier. We're going to put him right behind Dominic Reyes. I feel like that's proper for him. But guys, that is going to do it for the attractive level up. But it's funny that there's mostly guys in here and they took all, like, there's only very few select women. I guess that means, yeah, I see why. I see why some of them, but you know what? You never know, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. Well, let me know what you thought about all of this down below in the comment section, guys. If you're interested, though, in tier list videos specifically, I have another video ranking all of my favorite moments in MMA history. Check out the video. It'll be on screen for you to check out right now. I will see you either there or in the next one, guys. Take care.